Hey everybody, Ralph Havens here, and short video. We are selling our house, and I just finished mowing the lawn. I'm a little sensitive to grass, so I've got a little of that going on. But it's been about 5 years, just about 5 years exactly from when we closed on this house, and and quite a journey. You know, when I was starting out here, when we found this spot a little over 5 years ago, we thought, oh, this is the spot. And I had come from San Diego, and I had recovered from a really significant illness that was really fluoride toxicity that was affecting my running. I couldn't run for 2 years. And so I remember being in San Diego on one particular run with a running group of all these people that I really loved, really, hung out with for years. And I just thought, I've got to get away from people, man. I was just tired of living in a place that was toxic and affecting me so badly. And so when we found this place, we thought, oh man, this is the spot. And it had well water. It was 25 miles outside of town. It was by a mountain. There was no Wi-Fi signals. It was just like so clean. And so we thought, this is it. And we thought we were tracking information, using our own guided personal signals, checking in with the universe and seeing, is this where we're supposed to be? And we kept getting signs that we thought were correct, like, yeah, let's move here. We looked at the neighbors, talked to some of the neighbors. We ignored some signs that now I look back and go, oh my God, how did we move in here with some of the stuff that we had seen? But we were what I call auto-correcting. We were so focused that this was the spot. We had quit looking anymore. We'd quit looking for the signals, our own guided personal signals. And so we started to sell our house in San Diego, and it wouldn't sell, even though it was a hot market, and it wouldn't sell. And we're like, what is going on? And it kept falling out of escrow. And our realtor was like, I don't know what's going on. And then we ended up getting a different realtor, and they didn't know what was going on. And our house wasn't selling. And we really, really, really wanted this house and this land and to live this other kind of life. And I think we weren't following our guided personal signals, the true source. And so funny thing is, we ended up selling that house in San Diego. If we would have waited another year or so, we could have sold it for a lot more money. But we sold the house, and we bought this house, and we closed about 5 years ago this month. And so when we moved in, we had Jen's family here to help us move in. We had hired movers, and Jen is very, very, very organized. And she had put all of our stuff with movers in San Diego into these things called U-boxes, these big containers that you then ship on a truck and then store at the U-Haul place. And then you go pick them up with your own truck. They're on little trailers, and we had about 5 or 6 of these big U-Haul U-boxes that had all of our stuff in it. And so we were ready to bring it all in. So Jen's dad and I, Tom and I, we went and we got all these boxes, and Jen had the keys to the locks for these boxes in our truck. There was only one set of keys, and she had put them on our keychain, and they were in our truck. And so we went to open them all up. The movers were all there to help us move in, and none of the keys worked. It was the wrong keys, which was really weird because they were the only set of keys that came with that U-box, and Jen had locked them all up and then tested everything and then put them all in the truck. So it's like our stuff didn't even want to move into this house. And we thought, oh, that's wild. But we thought, oh, it's all about perseverance, right? And so we scrambled around and called around to all the neighbors that were here. And you got to go a bit of a distance to find the neighbors here. And one of them had some bolt cutter things. So we got this bolt cutter thing and cut all the bolts off, and then moved all the stuff into the house. And that's when it all went weird. That's when I started getting really sick. Jen started to get sick and autoimmune conditions, and Ben started wheezing, and we ended up having to sleep outside for a year. And I think we were just so driven. We so much wanted this place. We had quit looking and paying attention to the signs, to the signals. And so the funny thing is, I think it's kind of like a GPS that you have in your car. if you miss the turn, it'll just start auto correcting you, like turn left, turn left, turn left, to get you back on course. And so over the course of the last 5 years, we've been doing that, auto correcting, finding the right path again. And along this path that was different than the one we thought we were on, we learned a lot. And part of what I learned was how to have a different type of business. And that I also learned that Jen and I realized we want to be back in the world. We don't want to be away from people. We want to be doing our energy work. We want to be doing our health coaching work, our health training work, our healing work with people from all over the world. But the thing is, I think being here was part of our training to get us to be the people that were up to the challenge. And we had to learn a lot of new skills. And one of the skills I learned was how to run a business. It's so wild. You know, I had learned how to run a brick and mortar business, my physical therapy, integrative manual therapy business in San Diego and Mission Hills Physical Therapy. It was awesome. Made a lot of money, got me a great life in San Diego, worked with amazing people. But when I was up here, nobody knew me. I wanted to do this energy work at a distance with people all over the world. I had these ideas that we could do healing in a better, simpler, faster way. And through all the hardship, Jen and I found a lot more of stuff that had to shift in us, and stuff we had to learn, and stuff we had to do, and stuff we had to let go of in us to get to be the people that could then be doing that around the world. And that's what we do now. And we see even more bigger, cooler stuff that's coming very soon. And one of the things I found was there's very specific things to do to run a business. And the business can actually be the biggest spiritual journey maybe ever. I mean, the family and having kids is definitely a big spiritual journey. But so much when I talk to people with autoimmune conditions, with anxiety conditions, with all sorts of conditions, one of the big things is money. And so one of the cool things is to figure out what can you do that would be useful for someone else that would really help them and turn around their lives. What do you have that could be really worth something to somebody? And how do you get your message and your gifts out to the world in a way that you can live the way you want to live, right? And there is a way to do that. The cool thing is we don't have to figure it out anymore. We just have to know who's done this and is there a way to do this? And so what I found was this amazing, amazing guy. If you look at him first, you know, I've had people say, look at some of his web pages. They're called funnels, and just go, oh my God, I would never buy anything from that guy. He's such a salesman. And he's a salesman. But he learned how to help people that have a gift, that have something to offer to the world, that want to find their tribe, that want to find the people that are here to help. He's learned how to help people bring their gifts to the world. Out of the 8 billion or so people on the planet, how many people do you think are looking for what you have, right? You've got certain gifts, you've been through certain stuff, and you're going to keep learning. And if you have a business that's inspiring you, then you're going to grow a lot because you're going to have to, right? And so this guy, I've spent a lot of money with him, and he's helped me bring my message to the world and to develop, get my tribe, the people looking for me and this healing work and this transformation and all the stuff that's made the Enlighten Up and Get What You Want class and the 30 sessions in 30 days, the End Anxiety Forever, the Miracles and Magic and Healing sessions, the one-on-one work with me, all this stuff has come to be over the last 5 years. And it wasn't there before. And so I wasn't the person that had the skills or had gone through enough of the challenges to have that information, right? So this guy has figured out how to help people find their tribe, how to help their tribe find them, and how to bring their gifts to the world. And he's helped figure out the software stuff, because I used to have to pay people lots and lots of money, thousands of dollars to make websites. And then it was one website and it didn't bring me any clients anyway, very few. It was pretty, didn't do a lot of good stuff for me in a big way. I mean, I still like it. I love it, but it's not the thing that drives the business. It's not the thing that helps people find me and really connect with me. And so this guy has figured this stuff out, and he's got this training that I did. I've done it twice and I'm going to do it the third time. It's only $100. And for $100, you get 5 weeks with him and his team. And by the end of the 5 weeks, if you can devote a couple of hours a day for 5 weeks, it's intense, and learn some new skills and use this software, this way to get your message out to the world in a non-techie way so anybody can do it. If you're up for a challenge like that and you want a business that can help you get what you want in life and also help you clear the spiritual stuff, you'll learn a lot about yourself if you do a business that brings your gifts to the world and really, really, really put yourself out there. Really put yourself out there. There's nothing like having a business that's you, that puts yourself out there. Now, if you're ready to do something like that, it's just $100. But the biggest commitment is it's 5 weeks and a couple of hours a day, and a real commitment. The biggest part is you got to believe that it's not only possible, that it's absolutely going to happen. And you'll get that by going through this training. The other part that's part of that, of course, is the deep inner game stuff. And by that, I mean your own mental, emotional, spiritual blocks to being abundant, to having a business, to making money, to talking to people, to reaching people, to selling to people. And so all of my courses, my Enlighten Up and Get What You Want course, my Miracles, Magic, Healing, and More sessions, my End Anxiety Forever, the 30 sessions in 30 days, if those are things that can really clear the inner game. And together, those things are magic, because with the funnel stuff and how to sell and find your people and working on yourself, the deep inner game, with all of my trainings, you can find your people and they can find you, and you can have a big life doing what you want to do. And so as a big bonus, what I'm going to be doing is, if anybody that joins this through my link, it's ralphhavens.com/one funnel away, ralphhavens.com/one funnel away. Then you can get into the 5 week thing. It starts the last day you can sign up is June 16th. So it's very time sensitive. And you can, whether you're teaching people how to do trading on the internet, or teaching people how to homestead, or teaching people how to play piano, or teaching people about energy work, or wanting a health coaching energy work practice, or whatever you want, a coffee making business, or anything that you want. If you have a gift to bring to the world and you're ready to do it, then ralphhavens.com/one funnel away. And then once you buy it, it's $100, and you commit to starting on after June 16th, then take a screenshot of your thank you page that you bought it through my link, and then I'll get you my classes to clear the inner game work. And we're going to drip that out over the course of a few months, because the first thing to do is to get the funnel going that can drive business your way. And so I know this video is not for everybody. Not everybody's supposed to have a business. But if you really are somebody that wants to make things happen for you and your family in a big way, the fastest, best, most intense way to make it happen, so that in 5 weeks you have something that can do something big for you guys, is this thing, ralphhavens.com/one funnel away. Russell Brunson has a quote: "The life you want, the marriage you want, the family that you want is going to be fueled by the business you build." It's been my experience, and I know this is not the usual spiritual kind of healing video, but I tell you, I've seen so many people tell me that money is the big thing. And so if this is you, check it out. ralphhavens.com/enlighten up. I mean, not ralphhavens.com/one funnel away. And I'll be in there with you guys. All right. So let me know what you think. Let me know how it's going. Let me know if this kind of got you inspired, or got you a little ticked off, or got you thinking, or tell me where you're at. So, all right. So let's get out there and live. Let's really live. Bye, you guys.